thank you so much for watching. I've actually put together a couple of playlists of what I think are all the best tracks of RuneScape. I made one for the old school soundtrack and one of the reworked soundtrack. Check the description if you're interested, and I'll see you in the next video.